Okay. I've got to wait for the whatchamacallit to catch up. Well, that's not too bad. I can move that over there. Huh. Okay, I see myself. Hello. Andrea has been asking this question. She asked me at Dee Dee's, and yes, and we're live. And I answered you in Dee Dee's, but I don't think it, and then you have the script, goes so fast and you didn't see my answer. Hi, Miriam. Thanks for being here. I know it's super late where you are. Hi, Belinda. I want to answer Andrea's question. The question is, they're still hanging in my scrap box. My son arrives next Monday, and I'm going to have him hang them outside. And so then we can start, and I will take a picture of them once they're hung outside. I'm just not tall enough to get them hung. So I will have Richard do that for me, and then we'll see how they wear in the weather. Now, I have to say that 2 days ago, we had one of those hellacious Florida thunder and lightning storms with high winds. So I don't know whether it would have survived that. Hi, Barbara, but we'll see, because that season is about to descend upon us along with the H season. So I will see how they fare. But yeah, they will be hung when Richard gets here. So, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting, to say the least. But so I have, some horror stories this week for me. I mean, they were just personal horror stories. I ordered a mattress for my Murphy bed. So for the last couple of years, I've used an inflatable mattress for the Murphy bed. And I know that's not the best. And my son is the one that gets to sleep on it, and he doesn't complain too much, but I know it's not comfortable and his back hurts. So I went online and I typed in, what are the best mattresses for a Murphy bed? And hi, Ampex. And Helix, Helix, the Helix Midnight model, the Midnight model, came up as #1 best for Murphy beds. So I went to Helix and I ordered it. They're made here in the USA. They're made in Arizona. And it came rather quickly. This was like, I ordered it on May. Oh, it doesn't matter. I got notification that it was on its way. And then that it was, it was being made, it was shipped, it's on its way, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me the tracking number. FedEx was the carrier. Shame on FedEx. So yesterday was the day for the big delivery. And I'm here crafting and I'm painting my little, doing the frog along with CK and Kathy, and painting my frog. And I keep on waiting for the porch door to open because it gets caught and I can hear it open. And stupid me, I'm assuming that they're going to deliver the mattress. It comes in a box, all right? A mattress in a box. I was a little concerned about that for what I paid for it. But anyway, no, I didn't hear any noise. And then all of a sudden, an email pops up saying, your mattress has been delivered. And I'm going, what? Where? So immediately I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They've delivered it to the wrong address. And I am frantic. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I'm immediately trying to go to FedEx and try and find somebody, heaven forbid you can talk to somebody. And I finally found a drop-down menu, and on one of there was an option that said it had been delivered, but to the wrong address. Because when I initially contacted them, hi Kathy, they said it had been delivered, end of story. They didn't want to talk to me. So they took a picture. So I looked at the picture again more carefully, and I am going to curse. I know you're shocked. But that little fucker put it in front of my garage door. That's where he dumped it off, right? So much so that I couldn't pull my car out. And this little This mattress weighs 95 friggin' pounds. And there's just a little old me and a 95-pound mattress in a box in front of my garage door. I was livid. I was so angry. And there was nothing I could do, you know? So I managed to tip it over. So now it's laying down on its side. It's not vertical. Now it's horizontal. Many years ago, I bought a little dolly, one of those little wheels, but it's a triangular one. I had 3 wheels, and I swear to it's only this big, but it holds up to 200 pounds. And I guess because the adrenaline, hi Angie, was just cursing through my brains along with curse words, every word for this little shit that did this. I mean, this is a retirement community. That little shit, he knew damn well that was not the right place to deliver that, and he probably brought it in on a hand cart. So I managed to get it up enough, lift it up enough to get the little dolly underneath it. And I was able to, I don't know how I did it. Again, the adrenaline was just coursing through my veins. And I managed to get it into the garage, up against the wall. And that's where it is. And I can get in and out of my car, and I can get out. Yeah, what an ass. What a lazy little shit. He could not have brought that, Oh, God, I was so upset. I still am. Because now now I have, guys, I'm getting a good note, I'm getting a whole new air conditioning unit put in tomorrow. So the whole thing, from outside air conditioning unit, inside part, the whole all new air conditioning a unit. And there'll be like a couple of guys here doing that. So maybe I can ask them to maybe carry it into the guest bedroom. I have already taken the air mattress off and deflated it and put that away. I'll just have to wait until Richard gets here next Monday, and we can tackle it. I had a 95-pound mattress in a box delivered, Gail, in the front of my garage door, and I had to figure out a way to move it. So thank you, FedEx. Oh, and then I got a little survey from Helix, and Helix said, how was my delivery experience? And they had a sad face or a smiley face, and that was it. And what was the problem? So I said the complaint was with the carrier. That was in the drop-down menu, and of course, a sad face, but no one really to talk to. And it was just, yes, happy hub day to you, Kimberly. So I'm ranting about my mattress in a box, 95. Now I'm concerned it may be too heavy for the Murphy bed. I think I read somewhere the Murphy bed can hold mattresses anywhere from 40 to 90 pounds, and this is 95. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they are leaning on the side of caution. And they just installed a unit for my house. I know. My air conditioning unit crapped out a week and a half ago, like at 6 o'clock at night. And the guy got here about 8. And he said he couldn't do anything. He had to come back the next morning, which he did. I had a Freon leak, which he pumped it full of Freon. And then 2 days ago, he came and said they're putting a whole new unit in tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. So I'm grateful for that. And that's all included in, the cost of living here. So it doesn't cost me a cent. So that'll be taken care of tomorrow. But it's been holding on, since then. And he suggested, he said, first thing tomorrow morning, crank it down to like 60 degrees, because they're going to turn it off, and then, get the house down to 60. and at least, the house will stay somewhat cool by the time they get done, because it's going to be like an all-day affair. Yeah, I bet you they're yeah, so that's taken care of. The other little horror show, I get that thing from the post office about informing you what you're getting in the mail, and I looked at and scrolled through, right, and on Monday's delivery was a letter from the dreaded IRS. I was, you don't want to get a letter from the IRS. At least I didn't, because I think I told you folks inadvertently my taxes were not filed. I probably forgot to hit the last button, even though it showed that it was filed, and I had to pay $325. So I went ahead and filed like nothing was wrong, made the electronic transfer, paid them, got an email saying, that they had received it, that had been accepted. And then I had this letter from IRS, and I figured, well, what are they going to maybe fine me? I'm a month late, right? April, May, yeah, a little over a month late. So I figured, okay, I'll get fined. Worst case scenario, I'll be audited. But I pay extra, so that TurboTax says they got my ass. I don't know. Don't want to really find out. So I thought they would. And then I opened the letter, and the letter was thanking me for using, they have a new identification program called ID.me. And I went through the whole process of signing up with that ID.me, which it's one identification that you can use for Social Security and IRS and other government things. It's a single ID. And they were thanking me for signing up for that. So another relief. Sometimes, I get a little overexcited, but anyway, I guess that turned out really good. Yeah, Joyce won today at Dee. She won one of those little books. Yeah, the first time I saw Dee do that, I immediately made one, and they are fun. And then I also made one for Arlene, because Arlene had made some comment that there was no way that she would have the strength or the ability to cut a magazine, in 3 pieces. So I made one for Arlene too. That was a couple of years ago, but it really is a neat project to do. And so Joyce won one of those. And Dee always good. She always includes a bunch of goodies, so that's always good. So I got all of that off my chest. And inquiring minds want to know where my prayer tags are. Currently, they're strung on my scrap box in my living room / craft room, and they will be hung outside. Hi, Trish. They will be hung outside when my son gets here next Monday. Again, they're flying in for the cruise. I showed you all my duckies. I have 20 little rubber duckies for the boys to hide on the cruise ship. So I've got that taken care of. Got all my ducks in a row, so to speak. And then I got the ducks. I made my appointment. I have lab work done. It's Friday morning. Let's see. I don't recall seeing that one. I did. Yeah, you wouldn't have signed up for it. Well, I signed up for all of the security things because I'm a scared. So that's all taken care of. Okay. I haven't worked in this in a while, and last week or a week and a half ago, I harvested about 10 magazines, big stack of them. And I went through them, and then I put aside like what I thought might be good forest images. They're in here, but I was going through this, and I already have images cut out on pages to be glued in. So I think I'll start there. Gosh, Dee started this, I don't know how long ago. It's been quite a while since she started the altering the Forest book. And the reason why I was interested in this is she's only gluing pictures in. There's no reverse collage. There's no painting out of anything, because I find that rather intimidating. So this is just adding to, and Kathy and Colleen, and there's a whole bunch of people kind of doing this or getting similar books to do the same thing. And it is fun. So I thought we would do that. I don't know what that thing. Oh, and then, the other thing, I got a phone call from my roommate, Jeannie, the woman next door, whose daughter smokes, Angie, who's now gone, has left. She called me the other night and said they needed someone to fill in for bridge. I was so honored that they think that I am worthy to play bridge on the outside of class. So that's going to be Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. I hope I don't make an ass out of myself, but we'll see. But that's next Tuesday morning. I'll be playing bridge with the big girls. I know. I'm an official graduate of the bridge school. Okay, did this, did that. Whoops, these need to be. All right, let's see. Oh, I know, these go. Oh, look, there's a rubber ducky. That's cute. And I've got, I was going to put these sunglasses on this warthog. Okay, so let's put the sunglasses on the warthog. This is, I know. Me too. I'm glad I don't have to put up with the smoke. But now I wouldn't put up with it now anyway, because it's at that point where it's too hot and you've got to have the AC on. I know, I'm playing with the big girls, or the old girls. The one woman that I'm playing with, who is my neighbor on the other side, Birgit. She's from Norway or Denmark. She just turned 99. Yes, 99. Sharp as a tack. Skinny as a rail. When she's walking, she only has one speed, super fast. I wouldn't be able to keep up with her, honest. But she's one of the ladies, and Jeannie, my roommate. And then I didn't catch the name of the other woman, but we'll see, because I play bridge today too. This is the last bridge of the class. Monday, I ended up having to play with the instructor. And yeah, I came in last place. And we came in last place for Saturday when I played duplicate on Saturday. But first place and last place win all the money. So, I mean, all the money is $1. So I won $1. I'm hoping that the partner, Nancy, that I had Saturday morning will still play with me this Saturday, because she is just a sweetheart. I'm just going to stick this cool lady kind of over here. She's just hanging out with the warthog and the little ducky. And yeah, I should have put that up there. And this is what's her name? Oh yes. Yeah. Now, when I was having PT, Gail, I after the workout, they would ice me. They'd say, "Do you want ice?" And I went, "Oh yeah, sure." Until I realized that they charge you extra to put the ice on your. I think it was my shoulder. I can't remember now what I was rehabbing, but I when I found out they charged extra, even though the insurance paid for it, I decided that I can go home and ice myself. Well, it'd be great to graduate. That's for your knee, right? You get ice too? Yeah. Well, ask, because I looked at the bill and there was an extra whatever for the icing, which I thought was a little, You figure that would be part of the. This is the woman from Chip and Chip and Joanne. PT had to quit letting me have 45 minutes. Oh, oh yes, you told me that. You told us that they wouldn't. Joanna, thank you, Barbara. Okay, so these pages are done. So let's see. And this is done. Let's see. I think, here's the next group of pictures that I was going to glue down. It's hard. I'm going to stick her like over here on a slant. And then I've got this little thingy that I drew. I think I'm going to stick that like here, right? I'm going to stick her. It's the same lady. Yeah, maybe she'll go here. And this hand, I like the hand. So I think I'm just going to stick the hand on this woman. I think she looks like looks kind of like Diana Ross. Joanna Gaines, right. Thanks. Yep, that's who that is. Chip and Joanna. Yes. I used to watch them all the time, but now they have their own. Don't they have their own TV network, I think? And you can't. I don't know. I haven't checked to see whether my cable has them or not. I'm just looking for a piece of paper to glue on. Let me just get a piece of paper here. Just a piece of scrap paper. Let's see. Good, no, that's good. Okay, there we go. All right. Joanna, yes. Yeah, I think it is Diana Ross. Let's glue her down. So I got a lot of little projects kind of going, and that have to be finished. I want to finish. Really want to finish the jelly plate envelope project. Definitely want to get that done. I've got a couple of more envelopes that need to be jelly plated, printed, and added, and then some pockets kind of cut in. I definitely want to finish that. It does. Her hair does look like wings, and post that in P&M Studios Facebook group. I asked Mariah if we could do that, and she said yes. And then, of course, I'm still working on the windows on the world or through the world. Or I told you I got the 9 squares drawn, but I haven't done anything. Haven't put anything in the squares. I've been looking and kind of messing around with doodles. And the other thing, I've been looking at is Wunderlust. Oh, okay. So your therapist can go, oh, you have scoliosis. Oh, my. Now, scoliosis is like a curvature of the spine, if I'm correct, if I recall. Is that what scoliosis is, Gail? I think. Now, is that something that you've had ever since you were a kid? Or is that something that developed later in life? The scoliosis. Oh, curvature. Okay. So has that always been there? Because I remember as a kid, when you went to school, like elementary school, the school nurse would kind of check everybody for that, as I recall. Oh, ever since you were a teenager. Oh, wow. Is it painful? I don't know much about it. Or does it kind of, do you have like flare-ups where it hurts more on some days than others? Because I really started when you were a teenager. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The muscles are compensating. So, yeah. Well, my muscles hurt a little bit yesterday after moving that 95-pound mattress. I am, and of course, this company. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess it could, right? Hips, I would imagine, would be involved. Could. This company has 100-day sleep guarantee that you can sleep on this mattress for 100 days and then return it. But I can't imagine what you would have to go through to return it. Okay, Angie. Especially if you have taken it out of the box. There's no way you're going to get it back in the box. And are they going to charge you shipping? Is someone going to come and pick it up? These are questions that inquiring minds want to know the answers to. Okay, I'm going to stick, I know this makes no sense, but her arm ends here. So I'm just going to stick this hand here because I think it's kind of funny and creepy. So I'm going to do that. Well, every 2 weeks? Yeah, this is a big deal. This is one of their big selling points, 100 nights sleeping, but nowhere does it say how you go about returning it. Okay, your right hip tilts forward, so it turns. Oh, I sold this. Oh wow. Okay, and I guess the line dancing must help with that, right? Keeps you limber and. I ended up with bursitis in. I heard they come and pick it up. Well, I'm hoping that's the case. Because if it doesn't work out for the Murphy bed, I have two options. I can keep it because my mattress is 20 years old, and then get another mattress for the Murphy bed and pay my favorite moving company, College Hunks Moving Junk, not. Eventually, maybe something can go here, but there we go. Those are those 2 pages. That was in the contract, yeah. Oh, does that? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, you were talking about your Birkenstocks. Hi, Kathleen. I think people that have Birkenstocks, right? Is it Birkenstocks? They are, love them. They are devoted fans of that product. Okay, I put this, it's hard. Ugh. I got this little guy, and now I have a hummingbird, but that doesn't really make sense here. I mean, none of this makes sense. That's the fun part. I could put the hummingbird over here, but for now, I think I'm going to let the hummingbird kind of fly over here. Now I have this gigantic tiger too, and he's pretty cool. And he could kind of go here, kind of overlooking all of this. Yeah, maybe I'll stick him here. Yeah. Isn't he pretty? $181. Yeah, I knew they were very expensive, but I mean, they're a thing, right? They're definitely a thing. Let's see, remade 4 times now. Oh, you've had that same pair remade. Wow. The cost to resole the shoes. Oh my God. To resole them, 108. What is I'm afraid to ask, but what does a new pair cost? I mean, just a regular new pair, nothing that has to be customized, like say for someone that just has a regular foot. I mean, I bought some SAS shoes, San Antonio Shoe Company, SAS. They have a store here. And I thought they were expensive. I guess they weren't. I mean, relatively speaking. It's a good shoe, though. I wore them when I was working. And of course, I stood, all day long. I was the type of teacher, I could not sit down while I was teaching. I was moving all the time. Let's see. That picture where you put in the tiger looks like, let's see. No, left over here are the Harz Mountains, Lower Saxony, Saxony-Anhalt, and Thuringia, Germany, running west to east across the northern Germany. So they're German mountains. Yeah, my mother was appalled when I got my first pair of SAS loafers. But they were comfortable. And, if you're going to be on your feet all day, it's important. But your design's no longer available. You have some SAS too. You got sassy shoes? Yeah, I got some sassy shoes. Yeah, I moved. When I was teaching, I paced back and forth. I was a mover. And there were some teachers that sat. I couldn't sit and teach. Besides, if you're moving around, the kids are more likely to pay attention. That's my theory, and I'm going to stick to it. The Birkenstocks are just simple leather for uppers, so they replace everything below the upper. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can remember going to the shoemaker back in the day, right? When there was a cobbler. The in shoe when I was like in high school were Bass loafers, the Bass penny loafers. And I used to buy the men's version of the Bass penny loafers, which looked just like the women's, but they were made better because they were for men. They had a better sole. So I would buy the men's version of the penny loafer. And I can remember getting those resold at the cobblers. So we'll leave him there. I don't know. Should we put a hummingbird like whispering sweet nothings in his ear? We could. Maybe the hummingbird is looking for some sweet. Why not? What the heck? What the heck? It's supposed to be silly. So let's make it a little silly. I just started watching the 3rd season of Bridgerton. Again, they only released 4 episodes, and I think I'm a binge watcher. So I think I'm almost done with the 4th episode, so to speak. I wish they would release it all at once. I love binge watching. It's really, when you think about it, it's a brilliant concept, the way she's, put this together and the casting and everything. I loved Queen Charlotte. Oh my God, I love Queen Charlotte. Now this is just a blank canvas. We'll come back to that because you watch them all in 3 days. Yeah, you could. Yeah, because they're about an hour a piece. Okay, Angie, you're on. Send me a picture and I'll put you in. This is added. This is added. I have this face of me. I don't know where I put that. So I don't know why I even have that there. Okay, let's see. Look at all these pages. I still love this one. This is one of my favorites when I added this model to, I think she looks so cool there with the horse. It's one of my favorites that I did. All right. And this guy, you can't even see him, but he's like right down there in the corner looking up at all the logs. I kind of like him too. I think Aunt Pex was the one that helped me with that one. That looks like a snake. Of course, the turtle. And then another model. And I like this car that came out of one of my collage books. See that on the road. Oh, okay. Oh, and here's this. This is the Bigfoot guy. He came out of the sticker book. He's kind of hanging out in the snow. Yeti and a hot air balloon. All right. That old lady. Let's see. Okay. With the rubber ducky in this hand. Petting the. All right. Let's see. And I added her to this one with the guy on the river, the legs I put on earlier. You can see, I think I've done a lot, and then I start going through it, and I haven't. I like this model sitting on the rocks. I like the models. I think they look really cool. And here's some more ladies sitting. All right. Come on. I mean, it'll take a lifetime to finish this book. Yeah, I like her. I like this one. I remember when I did this one. These ladies in the frame. I did that one. Okay. Okay, finally. Alrighty, got one. I knew you were joking. Thanks, Gail. She's going here. Get her out of the glare. So we'll glue her down right there. Everyone does this, interprets this so differently, which is so much fun when you see people's, what they decide to put in the book. That's what I find very interesting too. Okay, let's stick her here, like so. There. I don't know why I put this here. It looks absolutely stupid, but I'm going to put her here. I don't know. I tried to peel that off, but I couldn't. So, because it was a sticker that I had made with the Xylon. So I'll just stick this over here. I think that was the plan. And we'll slip her right underneath the kitty's tail. Do you notice that all these models look pissed off? They're all pissed off because they're starving. Oh dear, Trish. Okay, well, have a nice nap. Been up since 2 a.m. Oh, God, I woke up at 4. Okay. I love her. I love this model too. She's in every Vogue issue. Yeah, they can't eat. Okay, I think this is a black and white, and they're having a lesson. They're in school. So I'm going to stick those guys there. I think that picture came out of a 1945 Look magazine. I've been buying used books again, folks. I've got to stop. I have to stop. I don't need any more books, and they're big books, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Yeah, I guess I could give them to Goodwill. I got a huge book. It's the Time Life magazine, this century of the big, thick book filled with hundreds and hundreds of photographs, which can be cut up, I'm sure. And then I got a art history book. It's a textbook, but paperback textbook, like a college one. So this picture is going to be fun to add some folks to. Okay. This one's done. I do like how I put this lady on top of the snake. And she's smiling. A smiling model on top of a snake. She's probably not a model. She's probably some sort of movie star or whatever. That's why and this is, I don't know. This is kind of a weird one. I've got kangaroos and little bears and pandas coming out of this with a hand. Not sure what I was thinking there. Oh, and this kitty cat. Isn't this a pretty calico? Becky's got a calico. I can't remember the name of your calico, Becky. I should. So this, I think, is going to go here. Looking for a bug. I always remember that. Callie, of course. Callie for calico. Well, we had I know they're very rare, but we had a male calico named Cal. So we were just as original as you guys were, Cal. And that was Dave's cat. Oh, man. I think I've told you that story. I mean, Dave would come home from school and pull in the driveway, open the car door, and Cal would come running wherever he was and jump into Dave's lap while he was still in the car. And the asshole that lived next door had ants, and he decided to put down antifreeze to kill the ants. And apparently antifreeze is sweet, and Cal got into it and died. He was poisoned. Oh, Dave. Oh, I felt so bad for Dave and Cal. He loved that cat. I've got some great pictures of him and Cal. I know. And the guy felt really bad. But that doesn't bring the cat back, does it? You can't see this, but I've got, this is God's Arm from the Sistine Chapel. Right there. You see it? It's kind of weird. Hi, Janet. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. Thumbs up. Thank you. Give me the finger. I fussy cutted that up. Fancy fussy cut. I think because I think it should go right there along the. This book is so damn big. Ugh. That was the lid to the glue stick, but it didn't go very far. Where did it go? It didn't go on the floor. Oh, there it is. What time is it? Okay, I got 15 minutes. Let's go. There was some lady that emailed the instructor, Linda, at noon and told her that she couldn't make it today. Figured, ooh, it's a little tight. So I don't know what's going to happen. And this woman, Linda, who's the instructor, she's a little bit of an airhead. I texted her on Monday to confirm whether we had bridge or not, right? Because we normally meet at 1 on Mondays and 1:30 on Wednesdays. So she sends me an email back that gives me the partnerships for duplicate bridge for May 12th. Bye, Angie. That was her response to my question, do we have bridge today? So I split the difference and I showed up at 1:15. And of course, everyone was seated and playing bridge, and they were very happy to see me because they had one table that only had 3 people playing bridge. So I got a warm welcome. And I said, you know, I asked you. And anyway. So there, we got the little windmill thing. Let's keep going. Yeah, I have this. This is a very famous statue. Could go down here, or it could go up here in the trees, like looking down at the monkey. I'm not happy. I'm not thrilled with that. So I think I'm not going to do that. And you can't see it, but there's a little tiny kitty cat that I added. But see that little kitty cat? It looks like the orangutan is reaching out to pet the kitty. Or eat the kitty. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not sure I like that there. So I am going to put that. I love this Godzilla. I've had that. I cut that out years ago. All right, here we go. We got this little girl, a little astronaut. I'm going to stick her like right here. And even though this looks like a cavity, it's not, but I'm going to stick her here. And I know that flag is going to break off, so I might as well I could break it off now. Maybe I will. And then glue it on, because it's barely hanging on by a thread. I'll stick her there. And maybe that'll be okay. Let's see. So I have a whole bunch of new pictures cut up too. Seagale by Angie. Let's see, can we keep her? Reading, trying to. Oh, wait a minute. Our last cat did the same thing, just showed up. Yep. Well, I've come, people have said that cats adopt you. They just, and that's what happened to my friends in Maple Springs. There was a farm up behind where they lived, right? And there were a bunch of barn cats up there. But this orange tabby just decided that he didn't want to live in the barn. He wanted to live with the Loomises. So he just showed up one day. We were down at the lake. Marty and I were sitting at the lake. The kids were swimming in the lake. And this cat showed up, jumped into Marty's lap and said, "Hi, I'm here." And that was the end of it. So this cat, which they named Peaches, moved in with the Loomises. And the other cats that live there, which just decided, I'm not living in the barn. I've had enough barn life. I'll take my chances in this rowdy household that has 4 boys. And it was a rowdy household, let me tell you. Woo! 4 boys. She went through a gallon of milk a day, a gallon of milk and a box of cereal a day, maybe 2 gallons of milk. They were growing boys. I've got this little guy. This guy is from a Louis Vuitton ad. And like if I stick him here, you can't really see him, but he kind of looks like, and I don't want him here. So maybe we'll find another place for him because I really like the silhouette of him. So maybe we'll find another place for him. All right, let's see. Okay. And I don't know what a lot of people are doing with the text. Sometimes I'm covering it, and these are hard to do with the 2 pictures. So I'm going to put her here. Like so. Cover up the text, and she's kind of like walking past these critters. This is looking at her, and this is looking like so. That's my plan. Oh, I saw the most beautiful moth yesterday. And it was on the driveway, concrete. I don't know whether it was wounded or not. So I put my finger down and it climbed up onto my finger. And then I put it on the top of a shrub. It was gorgeous. It was black and white. It was black with like yellow dots on it. I mean, it really looked like someone had drawn it and added little dots on it. It was so pretty. Some frog probably ate it. I was trying to figure out, and I meant to Google it. What is there a predator? Something that eats cockroaches. That's what I want to know. I want to know what kills cockroaches other than poison. Is there some critter out there? I bet you frogs would eat them, but they're too fast. I think the cockroaches are too fast, and the frogs wouldn't catch them in time. I'm just wondering whether there's something out there that kills them. Because here in Florida, they call them palmetto bugs because they're in the palmetto trees. But I call them, cockroach is a cockroach. But I think the palmetto is exceptionally large cockroach. Oh, you have lizards that come eat them? Oh, wow. I've got tons of lizards, but I have to tell you that the cockroaches here are bigger than the lizards because we have little tiny. Yeah, I know Diatomaceous earth manages them. Sprinkle in the back of your cupboards where the cat can't get it. Yeah. There was a lot of white powdery stuff in the back of the silverware drawer. And when I moved in, and I knew it wasn't cocaine, I figured it was diatomaceous earth. And Junk Shop Johnny said, I guess peppermint oil. They don't like peppermint oil. And that won't hurt your critters. But I thought about lizards and, bigger frogs, but literally the lizards here are not that big. They could not handle the cockroaches here. The cockroaches are much bigger than the lizards, especially the last 2 that I have seen. Oh, the joys of Florida. Yeah, let's see. There's an angry model. What are we doing here? Let's see. Mice don't. Oh, hi, monkey. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Hi, Andrea. Oh, I've got racer ants. Now, I don't have ordinary ants. I have racer ants. They've got wings, and at first I thought they were termites. And when I called and said I think I have termites, they were here like in a second. They couldn't have gotten over here fast enough. Say termite, and they're like, ah. But he said no, they're racer ants. Whatever the hell, right? They're like look like ants with wings. And he said they're only supposed to be around for 3 days. These guys have been here for weeks. I finally bought one of those things you plug in that zaps them. That seems to work. Ah, yes, what to doodle? That's always the question, what to doodle? That's my problem, you know? You get, I end up pretty much doing the same kind of, like the half circle and the circle inside the circle and then the checkerboard. And yeah, I've got to add the circles to mine. And I think I'm going to do one big circle and maybe 4 smaller circles. I'm not sure. That's another project I want to, and I got that I want to work on. And I want to finish the jelly plate envelope journal. And I started the poster board napkin journal. I'll show you what I've gotten done on that so far. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of it, because the napkins were really intended to be like a background. Whoops. Let's see, can I move this over? Yeah, I can. There, I like that. There you go. Aren't these houses so pretty? This is one of the islands, I do believe. It's a very colorful page. I like that. And I love this dude. Look at this dude. He's a soccer goop. Like stop action. So he's going to go right here. And it's going to look like he's kicking that soccer ball down the road. Yep. See, I just added a bunch of. Have you ever seen that? No, I haven't. Emo. Nope. Not familiar with that at all. I'll have to check that out. Is it obviously a design? There's several, websites. Hi, Kathy Bird. How are you? I'm working in the forest book. Haven't worked in it in a while, and it's always fun. I had a lot of fun doing the froggies yesterday. My froggy's a little wonky, but that's okay. And of course, we were talking about it. I did it in the wrong order, How are you? Love your frog. I'm good. Oh, thank you. Isn't that cool? Isn't that great? I have no idea where I got that. I've had it for a while. It's perfect for this page, though. And this dog's going to sit right here on the rocks. And he's got that. He looks like, I guess not. I was going to say he looks like Pete, the Little Rascals dog, but the Pete Little Rascal dog was all white and had the big spot. But he's going there. You can't go wrong with pets and models. When I did my frog, I did watercolor, but I should have, put the background, done a light blue wash and done the whole, just covered the whole thing. So the background, instead of trying to add the background after you have, put in the frog and the flowers, all that stuff. But it was a fun activity. Colleen had picked out a cute frog picture that we played with during their stream yesterday. I like them. Now I've got these, but again, see, I'm not sure about adding black and white. This is where I just don't know what to do. So, but they can be standing on the thing here, and I could add them. You're just finishing your frog? Yeah, I added, Colleen, and I'm going to show you. Colleen did a really neat thing by adding all those boards. Look at this quote. Is this not an awesome quote? I just found it. I love it. I'm going to have to copy this. There's so much more depth to things that aren't beautiful. I feel like beauty has limits. I love that. There is so much depth to things that aren't beautiful. That's a killer quote. Here's my frog. CK added all those neat stickers. So here's my frog. So these are transparent stickers. And then I found this. I like this. Do think happy, stay happy. And this is part of a napkin. So that's my froggy. But it was fun. Yes, beauty's in the... But isn't that an awesome quote? I love that quote. And then I have to show you this. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I had to cut it out. And of course, it was on between 2 pages. And it's a Lacoste. Look at this. Is this not awesome? Look at that. That is like made out of leather and corduroy. I don't know where to put it, but I had to cut it out. It was in Vogue. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. Anyway, with that, I have to say goodbye because I have to get ready for bridge. I got to wash my hands. And but thank you, folks, for being here on Hub Day. And have a great rest of the week. I'll see you Sunday, if all goes well. So be good. And if you can't be good, be careful and interesting. Bye.